David, good to see you out here at the junior kind of grand final gala day. I just want to get your thoughts first up. I mean, there's been a lot of games here today. Mums, dads, all here supporting their sons and daughters. What do you make of it?
Oh, it's a fantastic buzz in the room. It's so good to... I didn't get here until midday or so, but all morning there's been big crowds in, and that'll continue right throughout the day. There's so many kids pumped for their games and so many mums and dads and so many volunteers. You know, this is really, for me, what it's all about, seeing the kids get to those grand finals and have a great time. It's a big day in young people's lives, and it's a big day in mums and dads and coaches' lives, and I wish everyone the very best, particularly the Kingborough Kings, of course.
Very good to hear. The situation, obviously, with the Huskies folding, and now this kind of opens a return for potentially maybe the Hobart Chargers to come back into the NBL one. Where are you at with discussions, and what's ahead going forward?
Yeah, well, look, no one wants to see basketball clubs fold, but if they were going to fold, to be honest, it was the right timing, because now the whole slate is clean to really rethink what we're doing with NBL 1 and obviously the opportunity for NBL itself. We, Chargers board, of course, have always said right from last year when we put the club into hiatus, we're not folding, we stand ready to pick up that NBL 1 licence again. The really great thing that I'm feeling more optimistic about basketball at this level, basketball at NBL 1 level, and basketball at NBL level than I ever have before, because I genuinely think the pieces are falling into place after a lot of hard work by a lot of people, of course. The Chargers board is now working very closely with the BTAS, and we think that we can put together over the coming, I think it's sort of 4 to 6 week time frame, a plan that not only gives BTAS what it is that they want for the sport, but also creates a model that is really sustainable for the Chargers going forward for 10, 20 years as that feeder club, if you like, or that generator of future NBL players, future WNBL players. And that's our role once NBL comes to town.
So you're confident then you can patch up the relationship and then move forward for the sake of the sport?
Look, I'm really optimistic. I genuinely believe that just sometimes things have to explode so that you can look at the pieces on the floor, pick up the right pieces and put them back in the right place. I've been in politics, Ronnie, and you work out that sometimes you've got to blow things up and sometimes you've got to put them back together and move forward. I've been really pleased, to be honest with you, with the response we've had from Basketball Tasmania. I've been really pleased with some of the whiteboarding and some of the thinking that both the Chargers and Basketball Tasmania are now doing together. And I'm optimistic that if we continue in that vein for the next 4 or so weeks, that we can come out and say, look, the Chargers may well be back in 2020.
Watch this space. Now you're going to be part of an NBL advisory board that will help with an NBL club here in Tasmania. Can you just elaborate a little bit on that?
I'm really excited about that advisory board. Obviously, I'm passionate about getting NBL back to Tasmania, and that's really been one of my driving forces. A desire, frankly, to sit courtside with my son and have him experience all of that great stuff we did back in the Devils days. That's what I really want. And to be working with people like Janie Finlay, indeed with Chris McCoy, with Luke Martin from the Tourism Council and Steve Old from the Hospitality Association. Great people, good connections to industry, good connections to grassroots basketball, great connections, through Janie to the north of the state, and I think that's vital. This NBL side that we're trying to construct needs to be a statewide proposition. It needs to be genuinely on the ground in Hobart, on the ground in Launceston, on the ground in the northwest, and it's so great to see the Blitz coming to town that genuinely is going to do that. Seeing as many games in Ulverston and Devonport as we're seeing in Launceston and Hobart. It's a great thing.
How excited are you for the Blitz? This is probably the biggest thing since, God knows. God knows when. I can't remember off the top of my head, David. But you must be excited along with all Tasmanians that the Blitz is coming to town.
Mate, the surreal idea that LaMelo Ball is going to be suiting up and playing on the floor at Kingborough Sports Centre, where every week we play and we coach and we see our kids play, is something really I can't quite get my head around, but I'm very excited about. The days both in Devonport, Ulverston and Launceston are going to be spectacular. You know, going to see Nature Y, the Outback Shack, on the floor at the Silverdome is going to be something that is worth huge ticket prices, and yet the ticket prices are 10 and 15 bucks. You know, that's really puts it in the realm that families can afford, and that's really what the NBL is all about and what the NBL Blitz is about. Getting the kids, getting families, being close and up personal and close with players like Nature Y, LaMelo Ball, Chris Goulding. Unbelievable, really, and it is going to be the biggest thing in basketball, no doubt about it, since the Devils left town.
How have you seen the last 9 months or so? You know, there's been a whole lot of different things happening left, right, centre. How you've been able to sit back and do some other things in your time while suspended operations? How have you found everything?
Well, I tell you what I have been able to do is I've got a bug for coaching now. I coached a under-18s Kings team this year, and I have loved every minute of it. You know, learning a lot about the game, a lot more about the game than I thought I knew something about this game. But when it comes to coaching young men like that, you know, you really got to be on top of your game, and it's just been a fantastic experience for me. And I've really got the coaching bug, and I'm going to continue doing that for the Kings for years to come. I have sat back and watched. I haven't tried to agitate or make things difficult for anyone. I've just genuinely, and the Chargers board have genuinely said, let's just wait, see what happens. The really exciting thing is, I think, that in any growth market, and basketball is growing, people want to be part of it. So you will see people come and go, and others will endure. And I think what's going to endure for the future are the Tawns, the Chargers, the Thunder. Grassroots basketball will grow like crazy, and the NBL coming to town will just accelerate that beyond belief.
David, always nice to bring Chargers TV out of their suspended operations here for this interview. Hopefully we'll hear over the next month or so that we're back, but we'll watch this space indeed. But thanks for your time.
We'll keep you posted, Ronnie, and it is a pleasure to be back on Chargers TV, mate.